I think the Hilton Aspire Card is right now the most overpowered American Express credit card in terms of the card that will give you the most amount of value for the price that you pay. But there are some rumored negative changes that are coming to the Hilton Aspire Card that would decrease the Aspire Card superiority, and for some people make the Aspire Card not worth getting at all. So in this video, I'm going to discuss all the core benefits on the Hilton Aspire Card, discuss all these potential negative changes, and even discuss whether I think the Hilton Aspire Card is still going to be worth it, even if all of these changes were to go into effect. So let's start with discussing what the Hilton Aspire Card looks like right now. And the Aspire Card is the high tier card within the Hilton ecosystem. So it does have an annual fee of $450. But like I said, as it stands right now, I think the Hilton Aspire Card is the most overpowered American Express credit card. So that $450 annual fee is really not going to be that much when you consider all the many benefits that currently exist for now on the Hilton Aspire Card. To start with, the Hilton Aspire Card has a welcome bonus of being able to receive 150,000 Hilton Honors points if you're able to spend $4,000 or more in the first 3 months of having the card. Hilton Honors points have an average point value of 0.6 cents per point, which would mean that those 150,000 Hilton Honors points would give you a value of $900 for this welcome bonus. Plus, in addition to the points that you earn from the welcome bonus, the Hilton Aspire Card is going to give you the opportunity to rack up a lot of Hilton Honors points from the fantastic point multipliers on this card as well. The Hilton Aspire Card is going to give you point multipliers of 14x back at Hilton properties, 7x back on flights booked directly with airlines or through the Amex travel portal, 7x on car rentals and for US restaurants, and then 3x back on everything else. But the huge welcome bonus and the fantastic point multipliers are just scratching the surface for how valuable the Hilton Aspire Card really is, as you'll also get two $250 credits that are going to by themselves give you more value than the fee, which are going to be a $250 Hilton Resort Credit that can be used for things like hotel restaurants or spas, and a $250 airline fee credit, which can be used for incidental charges like check bags, in-flight food and entertainment, and flight change fees. So these two credits alone can give you the ability to get more value than the fee on the Aspire Card every single year. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to earn a lot of Hilton Honors points through that fantastic welcome bonus and those point multipliers. But the crazy thing is, even though all of those benefits are great, they're honestly going to be pretty minimal in comparison to the best benefits on the Hilton Aspire Card, which are going to be that automatic free night certificate and automatic Hilton Diamond status. With the Hilton Aspire Card, you are automatically going to get a free night certificate every single year just for having the card. And the best part about that free night certificate is that unlike the free night certificates that you'll get with a lot of other hotel brands, the free night certificate that you'll get with Hilton is going to be completely uncapped. So the best strategy here is that if you travel at least once per year, book at least one night of your vacation at the highest end, most luxurious Hilton property in that area, because you want to take full advantage of the uncapped nature of your Hilton free night certificate. This is actually exactly what I did. So I booked the majority of my honeymoon at a property in the Cancun area, and then I used my Hilton free night certificate to book one night of my honeymoon at a separate Hilton property with an oceanfront view and private balcony and all those things. And that typically has a rate of $900. Really, I think Hilton free night certificates can easily be worth upwards of $500 in value and can definitely push $1,000 in value if you're really strategic with what Hilton property that you book. But in addition to the Hilton free night certificate that you automatically get, the other best benefit on the Hilton Aspire Card is going to be automatic Hilton Diamond status. I'm a little bit biased here because I do have 3 different Hilton credit cards, but I do think that Hilton statuses have the best benefits in comparison to the loyalty programs with some other hotel brands. And with the Hilton Aspire Card, you're going to get automatic Hilton Diamond status, which will give you benefits such as the best possible space available room upgrades, a daily food and beverage credit, and then every single benefit that you would already get with Hilton Silver or Hilton Gold status. Especially if you stay at Hilton properties frequently, then all of the benefits that you get with Hilton Diamond status can really add up, and that free night certificate along with Hilton Diamond status can really supercharge the amount of value that you can get from your Hilton Aspire Card. But obviously, based on how I just talked about the Hilton Aspire Card, you can probably tell that I love this card, but this card is going to get significantly worse And that's going to be because of the negative changes that I'm going to discuss right now. Basically, none of these potential negative changes are necessarily locked in, but Hilton and American Express have been sending out some surveys to Hilton Aspire cardholders that are indicating that some potential changes are on the way, and that could be somewhat soon. So to go over some of these proposed changes that could be happening to the Hilton Aspire card, the first change is going to be a negative one, and that's going to be the annual fee increasing from $450 to $550. Obviously, having to pay a $100 higher annual fee is never going to be ideal for anyone, but given the sheer amount of benefits on the Hilton Aspire card, I think it was inevitable that at some point in the future, the annual fee was going to increase. And even if this negative change were to happen, so the annual fee were to increase on the Aspire card to $550, well, Marriott's high-end credit card, the Bonvoy Brilliant, has an annual fee of $650, so the Hilton Aspire card would still come in as the more reasonable price. And honestly, this change alone is not going to be enough to significantly hurt the Hilton Aspire card. But if we move on to some other potential changes on the Hilton Aspire card, it does seem like a possibility that there could be some pretty drastic changes to the credits on this card. Right now, the Aspire card gives you 2 credits, which are going to be that $250 Hilton Resort Credit and that $250 airline fee credit. But the proposed changes to the Aspire card include getting rid of that $250 Hilton Resort Credit, which would be really unfortunate because the Resort Credit is one of the best benefits on the Aspire card that really elevates the stays that you have at Hilton properties. And then that airline fee credit would look a little bit differently because Hilton is proposing that to be a $200 credit that is broken down into 4 different quarterly $50 credits, and now would have the ability of not just being used for airline incidentals, but also being used for airfare as well. The changes to the airline fee credit would make it a lot harder to use because you would have to use each of the 4 credits before the end of each quarter, but at least it does seem like that credit is going to be a little bit looser in the sense that you can actually use that credit towards airfare as well. But the changes to the credits are not all bad because Hilton is proposing to add some credits as well. As one credit that has been tossed around as a potential addition to the Hilton Aspire card is a $200 luxury and lifestyle credit, which would take the form of 2 $100 semi-annual credits that can be used towards stays at a lot of Hilton-specific brands, such as Waldorf Astoria, Curio and Tapestry Collections, Conrad, and then some others as well. The problem is, it seems like that $200 luxury and lifestyle credit is Hilton's solution for the removal of the $250 Hilton Resort Credit. And for a lot of people who are wanting to get the Hilton Aspire card in the first place, the $250 Hilton Resort Credit that currently exists is just going to be a lot more valuable because the $250 Hilton Resort Credit that exists right now allows you to use that credit whenever you want to throughout the year and at pretty much any Hilton property. But this new $200 luxury and lifestyle credit would restrict you to using that credit only at specific Hilton brands. Plus, you wouldn't be able to use all of that credit all at once, but instead you'd have to use half of the credit 2 different times throughout the year. Additionally, some other credits that could potentially be added to the Hilton Aspire card are going to be a $120 lift credit broken down into $10 in monthly increments, and then a $189 clear credit. But honestly, I think for most Hilton Aspire cardholders, those 2 credits are not really going to do that much overall. Thankfully, the new look Hilton Aspire card would still have the 2 best benefits on the card, which are going to be that automatic free night certificate and automatic Hilton Diamond status. And some surveys are even flirting with the idea of giving Aspire cardholders up to 3 free night certificates if you're able to hit a super high spend requirement of $60,000. But overall, with all of these changes considered, I don't want to sugarcoat it. If all of these changes were to happen to the Aspire card, they would objectively make the card worse. Essentially, the best benefits would still exist, but the annual fee would increase by $100. And similar to what American Express has done with a card like the Amex Gold card, they're splitting up a lot of the credits into different increments, which just makes it harder to get the maximum value from the credits. With that being said, probably the most important question that we need to ask in this video is if all of these changes were to happen, would the Hilton Aspire card still be worth it? Well, essentially the core characteristics on the future Hilton Aspire card would be that annual fee of $550, those still really solid point multipliers in travel-related categories, a new look for the credits, so that $200 airline fee credit but split up into 4 different quarterly increments, and then that $200 luxury and lifestyle credit, and then the new look Hilton Aspire card would still give you the best benefits on this card, which are going to be that automatic Hilton Diamond status and automatic free night certificate. Personally, I think the new look Hilton Aspire card would still absolutely be worth it, because I think a lot of people could easily get close to $1,000 in value from the Hilton Aspire card with the Hilton free night certificate and automatic Hilton Diamond status by themselves, giving you more value than the $550 annual fee that you would have to pay on this card. Do I like these changes? Well, obviously no, but I'm just saying that even worst case scenario, even if these changes were to happen, then the Hilton Aspire card is just so valuable that it would still be worth it. Plus, all of these changes right now are just speculation. Who knows if they'll even happen? And if they do happen, then it's definitely possible that maybe a couple of the changes would happen, but not necessarily all of them. Also, if you want to see a full breakdown on how Hilton is crushing the competition, so other hotel brands like Hyatt and Marriott, then check out this video next. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.